was just nuts.
Yeah.
Like that combo with him and Zach is dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
And then you add in the Lonzo, you add in Vucevic. Like that's a dangerous like that.
Don't forget
I
the
don't know if
GOAT.
they're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they're damn sure get somebody a run for the money in the playoffs, bro.
Don't forget the GOAT. Put some respect on his name,
Man,
bro.
if you don't get out of here with fucking Caruso,
hey, he's good though. What was your December, my man?
it was a good December.
Yeah. You have a good Christmas with the fam?
Yeah, everything was good.
Yeah, man.
There we go.
Yeah, I was supposed to come back for like 10 days, and then I changed my flight on day 6. I was like, I got to get the fuck out of here, bro.
Like, yeah, it was good seeing y'all, but this cold shit is for the birds.
Too much for me, my man. It's not even that warm here, but it's better than there, man.
Just go. People go out to Arizona and act like they forgot where they came from.
I did. This is home now.
That is funny. Like brand new. How was yours?
Sir.
With you outside of coming home? What else you get into?
Not much, man. It was like, the comeback tour. When I came back, I had to see everyone, so it was just like driving everywhere and doing everything.
Did you drive or did you fly?
No, I flew. That drive would have been way too brutal for me.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was good seeing everyone. Good to be back in Michigan for the time, but I am happy to be back out here. That's for sure.
I just drove back last night from Chicago.
Oh, were you there for New Year's?
Yeah, so like my old college roommate, his birthday is on New Year's Eve, so linked up with him and hung out with him and some of his friends and stuff like that for his party and just bring in the New Year. So we had a good time.
Hell yeah, man. That's cool. Was it a big party down there?
Well, he just did something a little bit more quiet just at his home. We didn't want to go out just with COVID and shit, kind of going crazy.
Oh man, bro. That was another reason I came home. I was like, I can't get sick and miss this flight, bro. So I had to get out there.
So yeah, so we just did something. So it was about 8-10 people or whatever, but it was like chill, had some good food, drinks, music, and random. It's like it was random. We were literally having like a political, socio-economical like debate at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
It was weird. Like, why are we having this educated ass conversation on New Year? Like, can we just drink and have a good time, listen to some music? We got to talk about shit. Oh, okay.
That'll happen, bro. You get like one person and the ball starts rolling.
It just went. I was just like, I just want to, I can't. It was too much, but it was a good time.
That's just not for me, dog.
Happy New Year.
Yup.
Everybody, 2022.
That's right, man. What to get some good guests lined up and ring in this year better than last year,
Oh, yeah. And my homeboy hit me up. That's with the Globetrotters and said he down to get in with us because he just retired from the Globetrotters. So
nice.
He did it for what? I think he said he did it for like 8 years.
Damn, good for him, man. Yeah, we'll have to get him on, get his perspective. Speaking of retirements, semi-congrats to Antonio Brown today. I was not expecting to hear that news, bro. I was like, well, this is a weird surprise. Like when I saw that video, I was like, did you see it?
Bro, like I have never seen anything. I don't think any of us have ever seen anything like that before, where you like take your pads off, take your shirt off, wave it to the fans. Like it. And I think the crazy thing is that there's no way he's going. I don't even think they said that he packed up with the team and left with them. Like, so I'm pretty sure it's done. But what the thing that I think is just the craziest is that, like, I guess him and Brady have a pretty strong connection. They have a good friendship, and it almost kind of feels like you kind of just was like, fuck him. Like, I'm done with this. Right. And so it's almost like a slap in Brady's face a little bit too, like, and how much you care about that friendship.
I agree. And not to be like devil's advocate, but I do wonder on a serious note, like, is it CTE, man? Like, I don't know what this dude's deal is. Like the last 3 years, this dude has been so bizarre and like in the left field, and it's like, I don't know if Burficts, that hit he had on him back in the day, if that shook something loose. But
Who knows, man?
I don't know, man. It's serious,
And I mean, last year wasn't too crazy. I would say there was some ups and downs, but like when he got on the field and he was playing and in the playoffs, like,
yeah, he looked great.
It wasn't much going on. They kept, kind of a tight rein on him and everything, and he produced.
Mm-hmm.
But then shit over the summer, and yeah, I mean, he had a hell of a career, but I don't think he's gonna make it into the Hall of Fame just with the antics and everything. I don't think those voting on it are gonna overlook that.
That's a good point, because I think statistically he should, but like you look at like T.O. and like how long it took him to get in, it's like kind of a similar thing. And I feel like Antonio did some worse shit than T.O. did. T.O. was just kind of like a clown on the field, but Antonio was like a problem for the league for a little bit there,
Yeah.
So
yeah, back in business.
What do you want to start with, bro? You want to start with college football?
I mean,
hey, man.
I mean, to be honest, if I'm honest about the situation, bro, I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
Georgia has been dominating teams all year long, dominating teams, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to think that we were going to be able to come in and play our style of football against a team that has been dominating teams with that style of football, it just wasn't going to happen. Now, I do think we could have made it a bit more competitive, but we just couldn't make those plays. And the biggest thing that I really want for Michigan, I think that can take them to the next level, is we need a first round draft pick type of quarterback. We have not had that in years.
Yeah, no.
Right. And so I think that's getting that type of player is going to help elevate Michigan in their performance in that platform. Right now, we're getting these guys that oftentimes don't even get drafted. Right. Or aren't even making practice teams. So I think that's going to be the thing that kind of gets Michigan consistently competing with Ohio State, beating Ohio State, and then competing for like that college football championship. But it was expected. I mean, I think everybody knew that Bama was going to beat up on Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I think that was so. I mean, the right two teams are there, I believe. It's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. See if Georgia can get some revenge. But Bama looks really good, man. They look. I don't even know. Like, that's a coin flip for me. I don't really even have a prediction for that one. I don't know what's about to happen.
I don't know either. I mean, because you think about it, like Georgia was beating them pretty well, and then they just flipped.
Mm-hmm.
So can they kind of get back to what they do well and just make those minor adjustments in order for them to kind of. I mean, the biggest thing is that the Bama defense started to get to that quarterback. So, yeah, I'm excited for the game, though. It's going to be a hell of a game.
It will. Is that next weekend?
Yeah. Okay. I think it's on Monday. It's not this upcoming Monday, but.
Oh, yeah, it's always on a weekday. I forgot about it.
It's on a Monday. Yep, it's on the Monday. So I think it's on the 10th.
Cool. Yeah, that'll be a good one, man. Very excited for that one. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I kind of thought Georgia just like all around was like a better team than Michigan. But like that was the question. It was like Michigan's got a good D. Could their offense do anything? But like their D couldn't even really hold Georgia back. That receiver was going ham. I forget his name, but he was going nuts.
They scored on the first 4 or 5 drives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whether it was a TD or a field goal, they scored. They're like, you can't. And I think also thought about that game too was like I wondered how they were going to react to playing in Miami this time of year in that type of environment. Like it's humid, it's hot.
It's true. Coming from the ice box, And is that was that Dalvin Cook's little brother, the running back for Georgia? Okay. He looks just like him, so
he does. He does. Matter of fact, I think they were showing his stats compared to like when Dalvin had played Michigan. It was just a dominant performance overall. But I mean, much to what Harbaugh said, I mean, I'm excited about what the future brings, and hopefully they can continue to build on this. And I think they found a potential formula that can work. Now they just got to, like I said, they really just need someone at quarterback that's just a hell of an athlete that can like and throw the ball and be dynamic. They're missing that right now.
It's like the Denard Robinson days.
Nope. I didn't say Denard. Denard can't throw the ball for shit. Denard throw the ball like he punting it. Like it ain't. Yeah. That ain't it. No, I don't want Denard. No, thank you.
I always thought I was young too, but I remember like people were going crazy over him. I was like, this dude, man, like he can run, but I never understood why everyone went crazy over that guy. I was like, he is erratic with that football. Whatever happened to him? Did he go pro?
He did play running back and then just it fell off.
Oh yeah, I think he went to Jacksonville or something.
He was in Jacksonville.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so like if like gun to your head, who do you got, Bama or Georgia?
I mean, it just has to be Bama.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Right? I mean, it's tough, but I mean, I think them not having Michi is gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a tough thing to kind of overcome. Not having that other dynamic, receiver, but
yeah,
just kind of a switch thing. What about you? Who do you think?
It's got to be Bama. Like, and that's more of just like a historical. Like, I just can't like not say Bama. That's like really tough.
I mean,
especially seeing that they just beat them like 3 weeks ago.
And then, I mean, you look at Saban and how well he does against his old assistants.
Mm-hmm.
They don't do well. They don't perform well. But to switch things up, did you watch that Rose Bowl?
Yes, that was crazy, bro. I watched the first half and was like, this is nuts. Like, they were losing, and then, wow.
Bro, like, Stroud and what is his name? Smith and Jigma.
He went bonkers, man.
Over 300 yards receiving, bro. Yeah. And then, Stroud threw for over 500. Like, that was the most receiving yards in any FCS bowl game ever.
Wow.
Like, that was a record. Like, I don't know what clicked, but they went off, bro. Like, that was insane.
That was nuts. Just for them to see that final drive come down to and kick that little chip shot.
And that was a hell of a fucking pass that he threw to Stroud over. And then I didn't know Marvin Harrison's son was going to Ohio State, but he's nice too.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of nervous about that team going into next year. That's a nice fucking team, bro.
Is that quarterback coming back?
He only a freshman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think he's a red shirt freshman.
Yeah. He looks so good, bro. And then it's like, but then it's the thing with Ohio State quarterbacks. It's like, why don't they ever pan out in the NFL? You know,
well, I mean, Fields isn't like bad. Like he's had like a pretty decent season. It's just that Chicago's old line is just trash.
Yeah, they're really bad for sure. It just seems like historically though, there's not like a lot of
no.
You know, I don't know what that is, but
not at all.
And then State won. I didn't realize when I started watching that game that Kenny Walker wasn't going to play, or the homeboy, the quarterback for Pitt. He didn't play.
Oh either. Yeah, Pitt. What's his last name? Pickens.
I don't know.
Something like that.
No, what the fuck?
But
yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was a hell of a game, though. It was a pretty good game.
Pretty good turnaround for them from last season, that's for sure.
Yeah, for definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think they found their dude in Mel Tucker. I'm excited for them too. So
yeah,
hopefully they all build back, and I think the Big Ten is in good hands, man. The Big Ten's got some solid fucking teams.
Yeah, one thing I wish with the Big Ten though is they need to get rid of the divisions. They need to get rid of it. Because the West is never going to win.
No.
The Big Ten. Like, they haven't won it since we created it, and they're not going to win it going forward.
Yeah. So you just
do unfortunately, Wisconsin and Iowa are only going to be able to pull you so far. You're going to get smashed by every East team, regardless, in every single championship. So just break it completely, just do rid of it, and go by the two top teams that finish in the standings.
No, exactly. I'm with you. Because it doesn't really make sense. It's just kind of lopsided every year.
It is. The East dominate like you think about it, every year has been either Penn State, Ohio State, Michigan State, or Michigan since they created those divisions that have won the Big Ten championship. There's never been anybody out of the East, and it's never going to be anybody out of the East or anybody out of the West. They need to get rid of it.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I don't know. They look good though. It's going to be interesting. They're all going to build back next year. And State specifically is losing some people. I don't know about. I think Michigan could be even better. Ohio State looks like they could be even better.
They're going to be nice. They're going to be nice. It's just that defense. I think is for them is what the D going to do.
Yeah. So it's going to be I don't know. That's going to be a good rivalry again. I think because it's been just Ohio State's dominated them recently over the last decade. But I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think we're in store for a good couple years at least with
I'm
these
hoping
players that are
so.
returning. You know.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
All right. I want to do the walkthrough of the Ring magazine. They did all their
Yeah.
boxing awards. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let's see if I
Let's
can.
talk about it.
Let's pull this up. Let's see here. So I don't think anyone can argue fighter of the year. That was just like,
No.
I again, we're at that point now too, where it's like I don't even know who Canelo fights next. Like for his legacy's sake, like I know he's going up to cruiserweight, but it's like he dominated Caleb Plant earlier in the year. He beat some nobody, stayed undefeated for the year. Most pay-per-view buys other than Jake Paul, which doesn't really count.
Had to throw that little shot in there. I would say this though: had Fury had been able to get that fight in, I think if he'd been able to get a couple more, like another fight in this year, like if he was able to get that fight with Joshua and then had that fight with Fury, with Wilder, I think he probably could have competed for fighter of the year.
Yeah, I agree. Because that fight was epic. So if he would have won.
Yeah, it was crazy. And especially if he'd have been able to beat Joshua, I think he definitely would have been able to compete. But there's nothing wrong with
yeah, like what else can you say?
Yeah, there's nothing to say. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do.
But it's just like, what's next? I know we talked about this probably the last time, but it's like, I don't even know. I know he's probably going to go whoop this cruiserweight's ass and he's going to be like a 6th division champ. And then it's like, where does he go from after that? The only thing he can do is just try to find like a mega fight at some, mutual catchweight.
He's gonna have to, but it's like it's the question of who, right?
There's only a few that can really. I mean, at that point, like Crawford, Spence. Who else? I mean, I don't know.
I don't think it's anybody else. It really has to be one of those two,
right? Because any of those like lightweight fighters that are superstars, like those are too small for him. Like that's not even gonna be fair, like the Lomas and all those dudes of the worlds, like those guys are just too small. Canelo's huge. He doesn't he look bigger than he did like 10 years. It's like he
just looks more like he looks more like solid, right? Yeah, like he's just more compact. And just go like dude, yeah. I mean, the fight was pretty. Unless he wants to run back that Plant fight.
Yeah, he could.
He could run back the Plant fight, which I don't think it was like it wasn't a bad. Like I thought it was a pretty good fight. Plant he got started to get hit, and he went away from his game plan. But those first couple of rounds, he gave Canelo some work there in those first couple of rounds.
Yeah, it was a good boxing. But yeah, like you said, it was almost like Canelo just kind of wore him down with his power, and then at some point it was like Plant just couldn't continue taking those shots. Canelo throws with like mean intentions, bro. It's like scary shit.
Yeah, I mean, I literally remember telling you this, like when he was like you could hear the punches going off of Plant's body.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Not much else to say, bro. I got to see him against like Crawford, though. That to me would just be such a interesting.
That'd be a hell of a fight. It'd be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, like both of those dudes. I don't. It's so hard for me to pick either of them to lose, and like they're both just. I think Canelo's obviously stronger, but I mean Crawford is like a matrix. So I don't know. Once he figured him out, it would just be so interesting in the later rounds to see who would adjust and who would come out.
Yeah, I mean Crawford or Porter was giving him some work though for a minute.
Yeah,
like it was getting kind of tight.
Dude, that video you sent me was so epic when he came out of the corner and he was like, "He's up, he's up."
He's like he wasn't. He ain't know, bro. Like
the next round, just put him down. That was awesome, bro.
Yeah,
I like that. All right, what else we got here? Yeah, I can't argue with that. That is one of the best fights I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, like, it was a pretty good fight. Like it really was. I mean, Wilder came with a bit of a different game plan. You had him going for it, but again, he just started getting hit, and then he went away from it.
Yeah,
like I think the factor was like he started to use his jab more, and it was working.
Yeah, that first round he looked different. I was like,
and then he went away from it.
Yeah, you get hit.
Like you said, everybody has a game. Everybody got a game plan until you get hit.
You're not wrong, bro. And he, I don't think a year is enough time to like reprogram yourself as a fighter, but really an athlete in general, And
so the question is so Fury, is he going at Is he supposed to be going and fighting? What's the
Usyk?
guy's name? Yeah, Usyk. Is
I
that
don't know.
supposed to be the next fight?
Usyk's got to fight Joshua again because there was a rematch clause. So,
Okay.
and I hope Usyk wins. I'm tired of Joshua like losing, and then he gets a rematch, and he wins, and he's like, it's like,
yeah. Josh is just.
I saw a thing. Teddy Atlas, who's a really good trainer, and he said, and I really like, not to shit on him, but like I agreed with Teddy Atlas's point, like. Joshua takes defeat too like humbly, like during fights, like first the Ruiz and then that one, like he kind of just like not gives up, but like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like he just seems like he's like, okay, this one's not going my way, and I'm gonna just
thing with like Wilder in the sense where like Wilder gonna go out on this shield,
yes,
right? Exactly. Like he gonna go down fighting, he fuck all that, right? Yeah. Whereas, like you said, Joshua is a thing where it's just like. He starts to pout a little bit and he's just like, is this accept? Like, no, like fight, bro.
Yeah, man.
Like this was what the sport is. Don't give up.
Yeah, exactly. And he looked good back in the day. Like when he beat Klitschko, he came up off the canvas and still knocked him out. But like against Ruiz, he like spit his mouth guard out and he was walking around. He kind of just like, and the ref just waved it off. And like the same with Usyk, like it came the last couple rounds. It's like you got to dig deep, man, and just start throwing bombs. Like you're down. Like don't just like keep boxing and trying to keep him away.
Do you think it's a situation with him where he just starts to has this because people kind of hype him up so much, right? And then he has these fights where it's like, oh, well, I'm supposed to just go in and dominate this person anyway. He don't take it serious, and they're not going down like he expected him to. And then he's like, shit, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, I do. I think you're right. I think it's like a complete mental thing because, like, look at him. He's a physical specimen. Like, there's no, he's got all the attributes. It's just like sometimes you got to really dig deep. And I have seen him dig deep. That's why I hate saying that. But, like, in more recent time, it's been like, yeah, like he's kind of after plan A didn't work. He was like, well, like,
I don't know. Yeah.
So,
or you just start like looking forward to like the next fight type of thing. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's weird, man. But I hope Usyk wins again, and then we get to see him and Fury fight. Yeah, that'd be a really technical fight. It
would be good.
Yeah, I agree with you though. Fury could have honestly, even though it was only one fight, like that's one of the best fights I've seen. So like, had he gotten another fight or another bout in that year, I could have put him up there because the dude is like him and Canelo are like now both approaching like legendary like status as far as boxers, it's crazy. That fight was pretty great, man. There was like 4 knockdowns. I was like up off my seat most of the fight, It
was just a dog ass fight.
It was, bro. What about Wilder though? What do you think? Because I've heard him say he might retire. Like, and he's like, I might have a couple more in me. Like, do you think?
I mean, the thing is like, who does he fight next? Does he take on like Ruiz?
I was thinking that.
Does he take on, or does he try to take on somebody that just like he can get a win, like just a quick, a good win, just to kind of build back his confidence, but still work on some shit? Like, what you as his camp, what would you do?
See, the thing is, dude, is like even though I think Fury exposed him, like I think Wilder blasts basically anyone else in the division. Like it would be hard for me not to say he'd knock out Joshua, dude. Like he is so like, even when shit's not going his way, it's just like, boom, and like they're you know what I mean? He just erases everything, and he almost did it to Fury. He almost just did it to Fury. You know what I mean? Like it's like anyone else that night, I think he knocks out. So I think Ruiz would be a really good fight. That'd be cool. It
would be,
assuming Ruiz is still in shape. I don't know.
I mean, hell, does he really need to be in shape? Shit.
Yeah.
Big dude. Him and Fury are some big dudes. Like,
yeah.
So,
yeah, maybe him. I would love to at some point see Wilder and Joshua fight too. That would be a really good fight. Obviously Wilder and Fury's done. I don't need to see that up for a 4th time. But
no.
Joshua and him would be a good fight. And I think he'd knock Joshua out. I really do. Like, I just think same thing. Like Joshua would be looking really good, and then it just take him getting clipped, and he's not going to be able to like. I don't know.
That's tough for me. That's really tough because I think Fury or Wilder struggles with boxers that got power, and I think Joshua kind of falls in that scope.
Definitely, but like, do you think Joshua's as good of a boxer as Fury?
No.
And he caught Fury twice. You know what I mean?
So he did. Like, he does, and I don't think he has that head movement either. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's fight, but that's tough to decide on.
Yeah, that'd be intriguing though. I hope he keeps fighting, dude. He's one of the most exciting fighters I've seen in my lifetime live, you know? So it's he's getting old though. I think he's like 36. So
yeah,
we'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I want to pull this up because I hadn't seen this knockout. Let's see what this is. I'm gonna pull this up on YouTube so we can watch it.
I think I saw this because I feel like he hit him with an uppercut, and I think I randomly saw this on like a clip on IG.
Yeah, he put him to sleep. Rosado versus Malkuzi. I don't know who that is, but
I'll give you the spelling.
All right, Rosado KO. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Let's see. Because they were saying like Jake Paul's, we'll talk about that too, but they were saying like his Woodley knockout was going to be up there.
I mean, like real talk, like seriously,
that was tough to watch, man.
He caught him. It caught him. Like, did you see the sweat come off of Woodley's head?
That was a great punch, dude.
He caught him good.
Like beautiful punch. I can't.
You got to share your audio.
Yeah. What's it saying?
You got to share your audio.
Okay.
You know how to do that?
Yeah, I'll go back on Zoom and see. Let's see here. Bring your shared window to the front. Do I have to do it on YouTube?
It should be on Zoom. I mean, hell, we just watching it. Don't matter.
Yeah, it is what it is. Let's just pull it up.
Ooh,
that's not fun, man. That's one of those where you're just like,
fuck with him, bro.
I'm not gonna live that one down. Yeah.
Hey, I saw sitting up in there.
That's crazy, my man. But that Jake Paul shot was great. That was beautiful.
Like it was. You got to give it to him, right? Like you got to give it to him. He caught him, but you still want him to fight a boxer.
Yeah, it's got to happen. I don't know if like Fury's gonna happen next or what the plan.
I would love to see that fight.
Me too, because they're the same size, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they're pretty much close to around the same age and everything. So
yeah, for sure. Round of the year. Yeah, that round 4 was crazy.
Hands down. Because hold on. It was 2. It was like 2. Was it 3 knockdowns or 2 knockdowns in that round?
So round 3, Fury put Wilder down, and then round 4, Wilder knocked him down twice.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Because like I remember watching that too, going into the 4th, thinking like, all right, Fury, like Wilder already looked like kind of gassed, and he'd already went down. And I was like, this might end quick. And then like out of nowhere, man. Like it's just like Wilder has a hell of a chin too, dude, man. Like I gotta say, like that dude, like you have to like put him out, you know, because and that's the only time he's been knocked out, and it took to what, the 11th round, and him going down 4 times like that. Yeah. That was a great round. And then credit to Fury, man. He just got right back up and was like, fuck it, let's go. Just fucking proceed.
That was a hell of a round.
Eat the shit out of him.
Hell of a round.
Trainer of the year, Canelo's trainer. This dude, I think he trains Ryan Garcia and a couple of the other Mexican fighters too.
Okay.
I guess that makes sense. But I'm sure the bulk of that's just from training Canelo, you know? So I would say maybe Fury's trainer too. Sugar Till from Detroit. That dude's a beast.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I think he kind of just like, because when he took over Fury, he went away from like, I mean, he's still a phenomenal boxer, but like he kind of taught Fury how to like power punch, and now Fury can like knock people out, you know?
Yeah.
So I would definitely put him up there too. Upset of the year, Kambosos.
Yeah. I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No, I rewatched that the other night too, man. Like just that first round when Kambosos put Tio down, I was like, wow. Like I didn't watch that live, but I'm sure like that was probably just like everyone was like, holy shit, like this is actually a fight.
Yeah, because I mean, is that a Michigan State Spartan?
I don't think so. He's from Australia. I think he calls himself.
Okay, I was about to say, hold on, bro, what's going on? Or maybe he's just a Trojan. He's sponsored by Trojan. And I think what was happening was like people were starting to crown, TFMO, kind of like this up and coming boxer. He's about to be this next great boxer, whatever, especially after he beat Loma. Maybe just humbled him some. I don't know.
I think Tio underestimated him for sure. I mean, Tio came in saying like I'm going to knock him out in the first round, and I watched the fight. And the first round, he was just throwing haymakers like right out the bat, and it's like it just seemed like he was like, okay, I'm going to get him out of there real quick, and then we're going to go home, you know.
Okay.
And Kambosos just stood there, and then he knocked him down in the first round. I think from there on, Tio was probably like, shit, this isn't going how I thought it would.
Squandering, trying to figure it out. I mean, because remember I told you his dad was like, I should have stopped it. Like he wasn't really prepared for this fight.
Yeah.
And that was his dad that said that.
Right. And what's interesting is Tio doesn't want a rematch. He wants to move up and weight now. So I don't know.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Yeah. So
and
I don't know.
Like, no, I want my give my goddamn belt back, bro.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like you ain't about to say,
like if it's a legacy move, I want to avenge every loss that I've
that part.
You know, like I don't know. But we'll see. He's a good fighter though. I like Tio. Yeah. So I'm excited to see him come back and see what he does. What do we got next? I don't know what event of the year means. Like, I don't know how that differs from fight of the year, but Usyk Joshua won events of the year. So for whatever that's worth, I don't know.
Maybe because it was just like a UK event type of thing. And
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because he's from the Ukraine, I think.
Okay.
Damn, they got two really good Ukrainian fighters now. Him and what's his name? Loma. And they're both just like phenomenal boxers, you know. But hats off to Usyk again, man. Fucking cruiserweight, moves up to heavyweight, gets 4 belts in his first, like, that's fucking impressive, bro.
Cold.
He could retire right now, honestly, and be like, you know, like
I did what I came to do.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. But I'm gonna watch that rematch because that like makes, you know, the undisputed shit lie in the balance. So I definitely want to see how that unfolds, and then hopefully not soon after that we can get a undisputed fight because I'm tired of like waiting. I want to see like who the best is, you know. So.
Like that's what makes it, but that's when it makes boxing like more interesting. I will say this: boxing had a hell of a year this year, just overall.
It did.
Like legit, like had a great year this year.
I agree. And like the pay-per-view numbers might not say that, but like I think like to anyone who actually like watches fights, like we got some really good fights this year, man.
It was.
Yeah. Who's this? Comeback of the year. I don't even know who this dude is. Spanish featherweight. Kiko Martinez won fight of the year. I don't know why I can't expand that. It looks like he lost his belt and then regained it since losing 122-pound title. And then he lost like 3 in a row. And then he came back at 35 and won. So yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Shout out to him. Then.
Yeah, respect to you, bro. I don't know you very well. Maybe I'll have to look that dude up, but just keep going, man. I don't know. That's cool. Let's see what else we got on here. My fucking dog's messing with me. I know we got performance of the year. Shakur Stevenson KO'd Jamal Herring. That was a really good fight too. I think he just dominated like 10 rounds. Let's see if I can pull that back up.
Was that? I did see a highlight from Shakur. Is that when he kind of cut her on the overhand right?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what that was. I don't know why it's not pulling up for me, but yeah, he had a good year too, dude. I don't know what weight that dude is. I don't know if he's smaller than the rest of those. Like
Shakur is like one up under, I believe, where Tank is.
Junior lightweight. Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, because there's so many in that division, you'd almost think he's gonna have to move up at some point and start fighting these big dogs.
Probably.
Because that's where the money is. I don't know who else is in junior lightweight, and he's kind of just destroying everyone right now.
Well, let's see, because is Garcia in there?
Garcia's a lightweight. He's with all of the Lomas, the Tanks, all those dudes. So,
yeah, he probably gonna have to go up and start fighting those guys.
Yeah, I think it's only like an 8-pound difference, so he can get there. That's or have them.
He's still young. I mean, Shakur is what, like 22?
Yeah, you're right. So he might not even have like his man body yet. I mean, like
he still got some ways to go, but he's nice though.
He is. He reminds me of Floyd. He's just very like in and out, good distance. You know, you can't hit him. I wish I could pull up a highlight. My internet's being weird, but prospect of the year is this dude named Brandon Lee. He's like 22-0 with like. I want to say around 20 knockouts. He's I think he's from Japan. Dude, he's a full-time student. He goes to school 3 days a week and he boxes. I don't know if he has a belt yet, but he had a big win this year. Let me see if I can pull him up. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know why my shit's being weird. But yeah, this dude, Brandon Lee, he's the truth. We have to look him up because he's an up and comer for sure.
I had to pull him up and look at it. I was trying to see if I can find something on him.
I fought 3 times. He's like a power puncher too. Let's see. Brandon Lee fought 3 times for a total of 11 rounds in 2021. He stopped all 3 of them. Yeah, he's 24-0. And yeah, he's like a full-time student. He knocked out everyone he fought this year. I think he's only 22 as well. So we definitely got some young fighters that are up and coming.
I mean, it's good to kind of see him have these young fighters and everything. It's good to get that new blood. I'm just excited for what's going to happen this upcoming year with some of these fights. And hopefully we can get another another solid year of just good boxing matches. Mm-hmm. It's needed. It's needed. I think it's starting to build back some excitement and entertainment around just boxing itself that has been missing for some years. So
no, I totally agree. So yeah, that's it for those awards. As far as UFC, I don't know. Like, is there any like big fights that you think like needed to happen in 2022? Because the only one I can think of for sure is I want Oliveira to fight Gaethje now for the lightweight title. I think that's like the only thing that's left.
Well, I think Nunez has to go back at what's the name to get her belt back.
I hope so, man. I love Nunez. I really hope that was just like.
So I think that's got to happen. I mean, we haven't heard much from Stylebender the latter part of the year, so I think we need to see something with that.
Ngannou sounds like he's out. Like he sounds like he's gonna like finish his contract and then he's done. Like he's so
really. That's what I was just about to mention. Him and I mean, are they in the same weight class? Usman and Adesanya.
No, I think Stylebender's a little heavier, even though he looks, skinnier. But I'm pretty sure they said I'm pretty sure Usman said when they asked him about that, he said if Dana's ready to give us $100 million, then I'd fight Stylebender. So I
mean, it'd be a hell of a fight.
That would be crazy.
It would be a hell of a fight.
Yeah. And aren't they like kin? Aren't they both from like Nigeria?
They're both from Nigeria. I just don't know. I don't think they're kin. But I think they just had that mutual respect for one another, just kind of having that kinship.
Yeah.
But it'd be a hell of a fucking
dude. Just the styles, because Usman's more like on the inside and like
he has a wrestling background.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know who I'd pick to win that.
I don't know either. That's tough.
Maybe Adesanya because of his length, but like Usman can hit, bro. He can crack.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. As far as heavyweights, I don't think like the John Jones Ngannou fight's gonna get made. It doesn't sound like they're anywhere near doing that.
Shit, John, he can't even get his shit together to even try to make it happen, bro.
Yeah,
I honestly think had he been able to get his shit together, it may have been able to make it happen. But he has to get this personal shit together.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from him since everything went down with his fiance. But I don't know if because I know he wants to go up to heavyweight, but I'm pretty sure he has to renegotiate a deal now. Ngannou, like I said, is pissed off. Ngannou was saying he's borrowing money for training camp right now. Like that's how broke he is. So I was like,
really?
Yeah. So
wow.
I don't know, man. And you hear all the time how people say like the UFC fighter pay is horrible, but I didn't realize it was that bad, man.
It is bad. Because you got to borrow money to go train.
Yeah.
And you're a champion, bro. It makes no
sense.
Makes no sense. Dana do better.
It must just be those pay-per-view monsters that make the big bucks, like Conor and all them. Because I don't know. But Dana gets pissed, obviously, when people bring that up. And he's like, let's see another organization do it better. But I don't know. Yeah, it seems like they're grossly underpaid, I'd have to look up what the revenue is and kind of see how much the fighters are getting paid of that, but it's a constant. Like all the fighters are saying that like it's just terrible how little they're paid. So, and it's a brutal sport. You only have a short window, you know.
It is. Yeah. I just I don't know what other fights I would want to.
Do you have any interest in like when Conor comes back, or do you think
he can be done and I'd be happy? he needs to stop, bro. Like to do what?
No, I'm with you, bro.
It's like,
it'll sell, but like
it will sell, but like just stick to the popper number 12 and leave us alone, bro. We good. We got the whiskey. Like live life. How you got your kids and you set, bro. You don't need to be doing this shit no more.
I'm totally with you.
You done got smacked the last couple of times, broke your fucking leg, and like just go right off in the distance, bro. You already made the name for yourself. You're gonna go down as probably one of the best. What else do you need to do?
What if he boxed Jake Paul? Would you watch that?
Let me say, it'd be a hell of a fucking money grab.
It would.
It'd be a hell of a money grab. I don't think I would watch it, but it'd be a hell of a money grab. I don't think I would watch it, but it'd be a hell of a money grab.
Do you think Conor would win?
No.
That's the thing, dude. Jake is actually kind of turning me, like not with boxers, but with these UFC dudes. Jake's actually kind of making
too big.
Yeah.
Conor is like what, 150?
Yeah.
140. Jake is 200 fucking pounds, bro. 210. That's a big dude.
Yeah.
Like that. Like what weight would they go at?
That's exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Probably somewhere in like the 170s, 180s.
And can Conor really get there?
Yeah, I don't know.
And like, let's be honest, can Jake get there?
Yeah,
it ain't like Jake kind of chubby. Like he's solid, but he kind of chubby.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't. That wouldn't. It wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen, bro. He would. It's just he too big to try to fight Conor.
Yeah.
Just have him line up Tommy Fury and then leave it at that.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what's next, man. Like, because I mean, he did try to fight a boxer, so it's like from here on out, is it just going to be boxers or is it?
It has to be. He can't, like, even if it's just like some other amateur box, like, you know, these guys, I guess professional boxers, but you know, they're kind of like this, like, you know, journeyman in a sense. Like that probably, you know, that would be a thing. That could be something that happens. But the thing is that those guys aren't going to bring him those pay-per-view that he needs, right? Mm-hmm. You go fight a journeyman, then what does that do, right? Like that's not going to bring you a pay-per-view. But you fight somebody like Conor, he probably going to have the number one gross fucking fight that year.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's interesting about the Paul brothers is like they were already famous and now they're like taking up boxing, and it's like, so they're throwing these huge pay-per-views together and it's like they haven't really done anything yet, you know? So now, like you just said, you kind of got to keep that roller coaster going. They can't go now and fight some like random ass dude. So
it wouldn't be worth it. It's not, the money's not going to be there.
No, not at all. I don't know. I think if Tommy Fury's got to be next. They got to reschedule that because that would be interesting.
I mean, unless Conor decides to go in, then he would definitely go and fight Conor.
Yeah. Yeah, he would.
He'd beat him.
Yeah, dude, that would be interesting, man. Like because he's been doing it for like 3-4 years now, and Conor, I don't think, you know, since Floyd, I don't think he's really put a focus on that at all. I doubt he's still like in boxing training, and he's been out a year now with this leg injury. So it'd be a big money grab. You're right. That would do numbers.
Hell yeah. I'll put this out there. It would probably do more numbers than Conor and Floyd.
You think so? It would definitely do more than Floyd and Logan.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily. But I think I would put it up there that it'd probably do more numbers than Floyd and Conor.
Yeah.
I would put that up there.
I wouldn't argue that, you know.
I would put that up there.
Yeah, people would go crazy
just because
it's
of
such like a different. There's like kids that love Jake Paul, you know.
Right. So, my nephew.
Yeah.
Like me and him go, but I'm like, stop talking to me. Fuck Jake Paul. He's like, I told you he was gonna knock out Tyron Woodley. I'm like, shut up. Like, get out my face with this.
It's gonna be great when the day comes that he actually gets knocked out, though. Like that's gonna be like just priceless.
I think Fury could do it. I think that Fury would do it. But
yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a big boy. We haven't seen Jake fight anyone his size, so I don't know.
And can fight, and like and is a boxer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's in his blood. So,
all right, bro. Let's get into this NBA, bro. Been a crazy year, man. Can we talk about DeMar DeRozan, man? Who the fuck is
I was just having this conversation with my homeboy. Like, I don't know what happened or what's in the water over in Chicago, but like,
killer.
DeMar is playing like a first team all league.
Yeah.
Like, dude is fifth in scoring.
Levine too.
2 game winners that he's hit was just nuts.
Yeah.
Like that combo with him and Zach is dangerous, bro.
Yeah.
And then you add in the Lonzo, you add in Vucevic. Like that's a dangerous like that.
Don't forget.
I don't know if they're gonna make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but they're damn sure get somebody a run for their money in the playoffs, bro.
Don't forget the GOAT. Put some respect on his name,
man.
Bro.
If you don't get out of here with fucking Caruso,
hey, he's good though. Let's be honest. Like he's not some stuff, but like he's a dog, bro. I would want him on my team.
He's nice. I shouldn't say he is good.
Yeah. He's not like an all-star or anything, but
he's good at his
player,
good at
he
his
plays
role.
Good D. He'll yam on someone once in a while.
He'll catch somebody slipping. Like he's good at his role.
Mm-hmm.
But come on now. Let's not get overhyped. But I mean, it's just a nice thing. But I don't know what got into DeMar or what like how that system is ran and what they're doing. But like DeMar got unleashed, bro, and he is balling.
He is, man. Like past when you'd think, because when he went to the Spurs, I was like, not that he'd be bad, but I was like, I think his like height is gone. Like, you know what I mean? He was on like more of a descend. Now, this is easily his best year ever, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think it also too has to do with the pace. Like San Antonio didn't play with any pace.
No.
They're probably one of the lower scoring teams in the league.
Yeah.
Chicago, if I'm not mistaken, is the top 5 in the league in scoring. They get up and down the floor, especially when you got Lonzo just throwing the ball and advancing and everything. You got people like him and Levine that can just run and go.
They're like a well-oiled, like you go look at the box scores, it'll be like Kobe 18 points, Lonzo 15, DeMar and Levine both have 25. You know, like they're all Vucevic has 20. It's like they're all putting up the whole starting lineup just scores, man. Like
it's that pace though.
Yeah.
It's like that team is just they're gonna be nice. But I mean, they still gotta go through either Milwaukee or New Jersey. Or Brooklyn, I mean.
Brooklyn like, they have to weird, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand how they lost that game last night.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have. They gave up 38 points to a team that didn't have Paul George, no Kawhi, no Leonard, like no what was his name? Zubac, like and lost. And you had an 8-point lead going to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think James is starting to kind of look like himself again finally, but still, like, the team overall,
he definitely is.
Yeah, they're just. I mean, I think their record's pretty good still, right? They're still like top. Yeah, they're number 2. They're 23.
Yeah, I mean, they're 23 and 11. They straight, but they got to correct it. But they got some tough games kind of coming up here soon. So like, I think they got Milwaukee. They got the Grizzlies tomorrow. They got Milwaukee Friday. They got the Bulls on Wednesday. So, like, they have some games that's going to be coming up. They got the Cavaliers on the 17th, which that team, I don't think anybody thought, and Javon Perry kind of told us, but I don't think that anybody thought that they would turn the switch this fast. The Cavaliers are nice.
They are. They're young.
And they're young. And Evan Mobley, that was a hell of a pick. And, like, I didn't think that lineup would work with him, with Mobley, and Jared and Markkanen, but somehow they make it work. Like all those guys are 6'10" or taller.
Yeah, they're just playing bigger than everyone, but they're skilled. You know,
that part. So that team is it's insane. But I mean, the 2 biggest stories going on the 3 biggest stories that's going on right now is Kyrie's coming back.
When is that?
I'm not sure. They're probably going to give it a couple of weeks before he returns.
Is that only away?
Only away.
Okay.
Clay is supposed to be returning soon.
Yes. I can't wait for
that. Which is going to be another thing that's just going to be crazy. And then the Lakers are trash.
Yeah, they can't stop anybody, bro.
Like, their defense is terrible. Like the last game that they played, LeBron started out at center, bro.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, they've won 4 of their last 10. They're just not.
It's not a good team. And
Yeah.
even when AD was there, they still didn't play any defense.
And they're giving up 112 points a game. That's like bottom 5 in the league. Like that's horrible.
It is.
Bottom 3 in the league, maybe. I don't know. I mean, LeBron's scoring. Like he looks like LeBron, but like I don't know. You think when's the trade deadline? Do you think Russ is out of there?
Trade deadline usually is right before, I think, is right before or right after the All-Star break.
Yeah, like February-ish. Right?
Yeah. But I think it may happen. But did you see there was like people were there was a rumor around a potential trade. It was like a 3-team trade, and actually the Pistons were involved with it.
Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
Did I send it to you?
Who was it that the Lakers would get again? Was it?
Hold on, let me see if I can find the that trade that was speculative.
Let's see this.
Because it was supposed to send like Sadiq Bey, I think.
Okay, yeah, here it is. So it was the Lakers would receive Ben Simmons and Jeremy Grant.
That's what it is, Jeremy Grant.
The Pistons would get THT, Malik Monk, and 2 first-round picks. I like that for the Pistons, honestly. Like Jeremy Grant's good, but I don't think he's like their answer because like they've got him as like their best player, the dude that they run everything through. Philly receives Malcolm Brogdon and LeVert. That's good for them. And the Pacers get Russ, Maxey, and 2 first-round picks. That'd be crazy.
It would be.
That would be fucking nuts. I think that'd be really good for the Lakers. Because I guess that depends on how good Ben Simmons plays. But Jeremy Grant's a good defender. Ben Simmons is a good defender.
I mean, the thing that still bothers me about it is that they still don't have any shooting.
None.
Right?
None.
Like Ben, we know what Ben is.
Right. Like LeBron hasn't had good shooting since like he won in 2016. You know what I mean? Like seriously, like I've never gotten that. Like he needs shooters, and it just seems like every year he has a lack of that on his teams.
Yeah. So I just don't know if there's enough shooting. And then even with Grant, like Grant is not a shooter. Like he can maybe get hot, but he's not a shooter like that. Now, he had definitely helped him on a defensive end, especially just how versatile he is.
Yeah.
And I think him playing with Brown would kind of help. But
what do you do with Bron, Ben Simmons, and Jeremy Grant? Like, how do you start those 3?
I don't think that you would have to start Jeremy Grant because you put him at the 4 so that way Bron can play the 3 and then put AD at the 5. And you would have to start.
I don't know, one of those dudes.
Bradley.
Yeah, maybe. Or Wayne Ellington or something.
Wayne Ellington, yeah, like one of those.
I don't know, dude. I don't think the Lakers. It's not their year. I don't see it. Is AD still hurt?
Yep.
It's like his ankle or his knee or something.
Yeah. He's gonna be. I think they said they were talking about he may be out for like 4 to 6 weeks with that sprain.
Yeah, it's not something you can help. So I hate bringing it up, but I wouldn't want AD on my team, man. Yeah, he's just a liability injury wise, like so often, like too often. Like
like since he's been with the Lakers, he's been injured.
Yeah,
every single year he's been injured. Right. I mean, no offense, but sorry. Ron's been kind of injured almost every single year he's been with the Lakers too.
Yeah. Yes. You're not wrong. I don't think it's their year. Where are they sitting right now?
It's not.
7th seed.
It's literally like a thing where it's like it's with 4 teams. You got Golden State and Phoenix, Brooklyn, and Milwaukee.
Yeah. I'm with you there. So like Chicago, because you're in the same boat with me. Then you think like they're having a good year, but I don't see them making like a deep playoff run. Like they're not ready.
I mean, they can get to the conference semis. They may be able to make some shot and probably get to a conference finals. But just think about them going up against Brooklyn or Milwaukee in a 7-game series.
Yeah, I don't think either. Yeah,
it's tough. Especially with the only thing that could kind of come to their aid is like those games. Let's say play Brooklyn. Those games when Brooklyn's at home, they don't have Kyrie.
Yeah.
Right. So that's an they A. But if Brooklyn picks up any of those games and then now they go to Chicago, Kyrie's back, that just adds an element that now they have to account for that they didn't have to worry about in Brooklyn.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's tough.
I think Golden State's going to win this year. That's just like where I'm at.
I mean, that team, like, Curry's playing out of his damn mind.
They look like they looked back in like 15 and 16, you know?
That
like,
defense is insane, bro.
Yeah.
That defense, like, for a team that, like, and they're not even guys that, like, you would think that, like, really play D like that, but, like, they just have really solid team defense.
No, exactly.
And we not even brought up the fact that Wiseman is coming back.
He is, yeah. Poole's playing great. All their, like, bench players are playing great. They have such good pace. Like, you know, I think they're going to win. Well, you know, them versus Brooklyn would be a very interesting finals for the stories and just for the matchup, you know?
I mean, I think the ratings will probably just be
insane. Well, who's going to guard KD? Clay? Probably. Draymond? Wiggins. Okay.
You put Wiggins on him.
But if Draymond got that assignment, that would be so cool. I
mean, it would be dope, but I don't think it would happen. They'll probably put like Draymond on like Claxton or Aldridge. Yeah. They would, yeah.
Who do you think?
Or like, no, because you know Brooklyn typically will start like Bruce Brown, so they may put him on Bruce Brown because they know he's just setting screens and rolling to the basket. So they probably put him on like Bruce Brown.
Who, Curry?
No, Draymond.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, who's Curry guarding that situation? Because Curry's like that's his only issue. He's kind of a liability on defense. You
just put him on like they'll put him on like Bembry or they'll put him on Joe Harris when he comes back.
Yeah,
which I think another thing that like people not realizing that he hasn't been playing for like almost a month now.
Yeah,
and like he's going to come back too. Like both of these teams have players that are key to their success, and they haven't been playing. The teams are still winning.
Yeah, Saints just scored. They're up 18-10, baby. We're going to 8-8, my man. Let's go.
This guy. Yeah,
I just want to make the playoffs. That would be like such an accomplishment for this horseshit team.
You know what's crazy? So we were like, I was kind of looking at like some of our predictions at the start of the season. And boy, were we wrong about some of these teams.
Yeah. We were right about Tennessee, but I don't think we were right like in the way that we thought that they'd be winning. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Their receiving core has been horrible. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know how they're winning. Like, to be honest
I mean, the defense has just been
really good.
The defense has been really solid, but I was completely off about Baltimore.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'll take that L.
Did they win today? Aren't they playing the Niners? Or no, who are they playing?
No, Baltimore played the Rams and lost.
Oh, yeah.
But and then I mean, even Cincy, I don't think either one of us.
Did you see what Jamar Chase did?
Went off, bro.
So I wanted to ask you about that. Him or Jalen Waddle? Who do you think's better? Because my friends all say Jalen Waddle, but I think Jamar Chase is better.
I think Chase because he has the ability. Waddle is great as a slot receiver, but Jamar Chase has the ability to take the top off of the defense.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I don't know if Waddle can do that.
Yeah. Let's see if I can pull this up. Why is my
and I was just watching that game with the Rams and like Odell probably has some of the best hands in the league, bro. Like there was a couple of passes like late in that late drive that they had where it was literally just him just snatching the ball, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
did he punch someone today? Did I see that or am I wrong?
You said what?
Did he punch someone today? I thought I saw that.
I don't think so.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it was just a dumb headline, but I thought I saw he got into a fight with someone.
But that, and then, like, yeah, like, I don't think anybody just really expected anyone expected the Titans to be kind of like where they were at.
No, definitely not.
The Bengals
The Bengals are killing it, man. Like I don't know other way to say it.
The Eagles, they're 9-7.
Yeah, that's crazy. The Cowboys too, man. Like I think we've always said on paper, like their team looks good, but like they're putting it together.
They are. So
It's
it's just.
How do we think the Lions were gonna do? Are we pretty spot on with that?
Nah. I think we were saying around like 4 wins.
Okay.
Don't look like that's gonna happen.
No.
But we also knew that like they're deplete of talent.
Mm-hmm.
They're a hardworking team. They're gonna do their best, but they don't have like. I asked this of my friend that was out in Chicago. I said, name a Lions receiver.
Yeah, I don't know. There's that St. Brown guy, right? That's like it.
You don't even know his first name, do you?
No. I said that guy. I don't fucking know who that dude is.
Like, like that's how bad it is. You can probably go to like some of these other teams and name their receivers.
Yeah.
But you can't name a receiver on the Lions.
No.
Like now I know that you got Quintez Cephas, Amron St. Brown, that's who you were talking about.
Yeah.
Like there's some guys there, but like like the receivers, that receiving core, this is probably one of the first years in a while where that's probably what we need to go after. Mm-hmm. Either that or we need to get an edge rusher.
Yeah, for sure. Because like I'm not a big Goff fan, but like I think he can stay right now because we have so many other holes that we have to fill. So.
My thing is we got to see what he can do when there's talent around him.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Like I think we're solid. I think we're pretty good with running back. Hawkinson's a top tier tight end, but when you don't have anything else there.
Yeah, exactly. So are you cool with Campbell for the formidable future?
I think I'm okay with it. I mean, he didn't buy any kneecaps, so that passed. But I mean, I think the team, like, they got a lot of grit. They go out there and they try their damnedest. Like, for the team, for what they have, they go out there and they try it. And there's been a couple of games where they just lost 66-yard NFL record field goal that bounces off the crossbar, right?
Yeah.
Or who was the other game where they lost on the last second field goal?
Ravens, right?
Yeah, no, that was one. That was the 66, but there was another game that they lost.
Yeah, there was another one.
And then they lost to the Vikings after they were up. They lost to them on the last drive. Like, so they've been a couple of games where they were in it. They easily could probably have 5-6 wins right now. Honestly, remember they tied with the Steelers and they were up on that game.
Yeah, exactly.
So they could easily have about 5 wins. They just somehow they just find a way to beat the Lions and
just not putting it together. But I think a lot of that's personnel, and I think it's about the culture, kind of like we were talking about. And I think Campbell's doing a good job with that. So yeah, I like him. I'm a Saints fan, so I'm biased, but I think he's a good players coach, and I think they like playing for him.
Yeah, you can tell. You can tell. Yeah. You can definitely tell.
Yeah,
you just gotta hope that they can make the moves that they need in this off season and in the draft.
Yeah,
we need it.
Okay, so Jamar's got 68 receptions, 1,160 yards, and 10 touchdowns, and Waddle's got 95 receptions for 950 yards and 5 touchdowns. So he's got way more receptions, but I just think Jamar, with the yards and the touchdowns, he just, like you say, he just blows the roof off of games.
I think that typically happens when you have slot receivers typically have more receptions. Because they're hitting that middle of the field, those short routes and everything, where an outside receiver typically don't get as much action unless they're getting a lot of one-on-one coverage. So that makes sense as far as the number of receptions and everything. But I think I'm taking Chase.
Yeah, I am too. But also, and my friends make this argument, it is true. Joe Burrow has been a dog this year, and I don't trust Tua at all. So I mean, I get not the same
still developing.
Yeah,
I think Tua is still developing because wasn't he injured at the beginning of the year?
Yeah. Yep.
So
he was indeed.
So I think it's still. I think there's a part. I mean, what the hell? They lost their first 7, right? And then turn around and won that next.
Yeah.
8 or something like that. Like
Exactly.
I think that was the first time in history of the NFL where like something like that had happened.
Yeah, that was nuts, bro. And the Bengals beat the Chiefs today, who won like 7 or 8 in a row. You know.
Yeah.
So who do you have right now? Like, who is like your top like the food chain like that you think's like the favorite?
So I would say from the AFC, the AFC is just it's really a toss up in the AFC, bro. It really is. Like the Tennessee Titans have the number 1 seed right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
right.
They beat Kansas City, right? So that's why.
Yeah. No, well, yeah.
They're both 11-5.
Yeah. So, but I feel like it's still Kansas City.
Like that team. Like, I mean, Kansas City turned it around, bro. All the questions we had after like those first 5 games, like they like went on a tear, and I was like, all right, well, there they are. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think it has to be Kansas City is still for me like that team. But I think the dark horse for me, even with everything that they have going on, is Buffalo.
Okay. I like that.
There's still that bit of that dark horse.
Them right? And New England, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust enough of New England's offense.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
So yeah, those are those things. And then in the NFC,
see, I want to say Green Bay, but I feel like every year they look like this and then they don't put it together like on the biggest stage.
And so I mean, like, what's my heart is telling me the Rams, but then also Stafford. I don't know what the fuck is going on, bro, with him. But like, it seems like the last like 5 to 6 games, he's thrown a pick 6 and thrown multiple interceptions.
Yeah, resorting back to his old ways, my man.
Like seriously, bro. I think in his last couple of games, if he doesn't have at least like 8 interceptions, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, bro. He's been the Cardinals fell off huge. I mean, they looked really good through like 12 games, and now they're like looking really rough. They've lost 3 in a row. Tampa Bay, like 12-4 now. Just like I can't like bet against them either. So I think it's.
I mean, bro, they were struggling with the Jets.
They were, but then Brady rallied his troops.
Brady.
After Antonio did his striptease and ran out the field, he was like, all right, forget that crazy ass. Let's fucking get in the game. Fucking weirdo, bro. I just like it's when my friends told me, they're like, did you see what he just did? And I had, and I was like, bro, I'm not even surprised. Like, this is just a matter of time before he fucking, you can only hold that shit down so much.
Yeah.
I don't see Dallas making it far as good as they look. Like, I don't trust them.
It hasn't looked the same since he came back.
No.
And then they just lost Gallup.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how the wild card shapes up because, like you said, Philly's 9-7. The Saints are about to go to 8-8. San Francisco's about to go to 9-7. So I assume the Saints are going to be out. But yeah, I don't know. Minnesota's technically still in it, but they're 7-8. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It'll be tough. So who do you think is getting into those last 2 spots?
So that's what it is. There's 2 spots left right now.
Yeah, because everything else is clinched up. So Green Bay's secured, the Rams secured, Tampa's secured, Dallas secured, Arizona secured. They're all secured their playoff spots.
Yeah. So it's
left between Philly, San Francisco, Minnesota, and New Orleans.
Well, San Francisco's about to win today to go to 9-7. So then that would put – did Philly win today?
Yeah. I believe they did.
So that would mean Minnesota, I'm going to say, is a definite out because that means they would have to win tonight against Green Bay, and then they'd have to win next week, and they need to have Philly or San Francisco lose, correct, for them to even have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say they're a no-go. Saints are about to move 8-8.
Philly has to play Chicago or Dallas that last game.
Ooh, okay.
And then San Francisco has the Rams at LA.
And then as far as the Saints, did they play Philly or San Francisco at all this year? I don't think they did, but then they would all tie at 9-7.
No, y'all lost to the Eagles.
We're fucked. And that goes that. Well, how does that work with San Francisco then? Because if they had the same record and they didn't play, does it based on like like division record? I don't know how that works.
I think it does go to like division or conference record.
Okay.
Which Philly has a better conference record than San Francisco does right now.
So I
Philly
think
7-4, San Francisco 6-5.
I think the only two that could move. I think Philly's in. I think Minnesota's out. I think the only buffer is New Orleans and San Francisco. Like it's got to be between those two.
Because who you guys have that last game?
Huh?
So who do you guys have that last game?
For the Falcons, who we lost to earlier this season because we're fucking jokes. They've just been weird, man. Like it's like
they have been.
They're so depleted, but then they'll go fucking beat the Bucks twice, and it's like, what the fuck, man?
Like hold Tampa Bay to 0 points and still score 9. Like those are random ass games. I honestly think had Jameis not got injured, you guys would be securely in the playoffs.
Yeah, like a 10-win team. I agree
easily, bro.
Because their D is elite, man. Like I think the Saints might have a top 5 D right now. Like they are just like killing people.
And like literally, you're just missing the fact of somebody that can be a consistent passer of the ball. Yeah. That's literally all that you're missing.
Taysom's
and Jameis provided that.
Yeah, exactly. Like he had like a deep threat. I think with Taysom, they're like, okay, he's gonna run, but we know he's not gonna like air it out like down the field, you know.
Can't.
So
he don't got that. He don't have the accuracy.
I hope the Saints take like that Pitt quarterback or something like that this coming draft. That'd be cool because I don't think Jameis is gonna come back, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm thinking San Francisco and Philly.
Don't sit there and hate on Mr. Krabs.
I just like he like you just said, I think he was good and like he would have done enough, but like I'd rather have like a new quarterback prospect that like Sean Payton can work with than like Jameis Winston. Like I think Jameis is at his peak, if you ask me. I don't think he's gonna get much better than like what he is. So that's where I'm at with it.
I really don't know. I don't think it is.
You're a low-key Jameis fan, man.
I'm not a low-key Jameis fan.
You are,
but there's Jameis has a lot of talent.
He does,
right? I think the amount of interceptions that he was throwing that can be corrected. I honestly believe that it does.
Yeah.
So, and you can't deny the arm talent.
No, definitely not. Do you think Michael Thomas has taken his last snap as a Saint? Because I do.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I have but like,
bro, he went to like nuts that one year, and then.
Like I get
the last 2 years,
but it was like he was like holding back on surgeries until right before the season started. And I was just like, what is going on, man? Like I think he
pulled that Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, right, pretty much. And they were pissed about it, and they let him know. So, and I don't think he was happy that they kind of like threw that out to the media that they weren't happy about it. So who knows, man? Who knows what's going to go on, you know, with all that shit. But yeah, I think the Eagles and San Francisco are going to hold. I think it would take a lot for. What about you?
I think it's going to be the same. There's going to be a hold there. So let's talk about this AFC though.
Yeah. Okay. So Buffalo, New England.
So Buffalo, New England, Cincy, KC, and Tennessee are all secure. The teams that you have left that can still compete are Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Vegas, Chargers,
Indiana,
and Indy.
Yeah. I think Indiana will make it. Oh man, the AFC West, man. Wow. That's tough. So what, they've got 3 spots that are still open?
They got 2. It's just 2. It's just the 6th and the 7th seed. And the Chargers play the Raiders. So like that game is literally gonna probably determine who gets into the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm going to say Pitt's out for sure.
Yeah, I think Pitt is out.
And then Baltimore's got an uphill climb. Did they win today?
No, they lost. They lost to the well, hold on, let me read this. Well, Pitt has that tiebreaker over Baltimore based on the fact that they beat them.
Okay.
And then also remember Pitt has that tie.
Yeah. I think Baltimore's got an uphill climb here. Can 3 make it from a division? No, there's 2. I'm going to say Indy.
I don't think it's going to be possible though. I don't know if it's going to be possible.
No. What about the Chargers? Chargers just won today. I'm going to say Chargers and yeah, you're right. It's not because of the tiebreakers. Chargers and Indy is who I'm going to say. Vegas is 9-7 too, but I just don't trust them for whatever reason. They're 4-4 at home.
Yeah, in that last game, I think they're at home, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
so is LA though. Shit.
And Chargers, but the Chargers smacked them.
Yeah, I really like the Chargers.
I think we'll go with you. I think we'll go Indy and I think we'll go Indy and the Chargers.
Yeah, and I think the Chargers could surprise some people, but I just think Indy. I just don't trust Wentz, man. Like they have a really Jonathan Taylor's a star, and they have a really good team. But I've just seen Wentz do some dumb shit when
and at some point in the at some point in the playoffs, your quarterbacks has to make them. They have to make plays.
Yep.
It's only so much that run offense can do, and that defense can hold up before you have to start airing it out.
Exactly. I'm totally with you, man.
Yeah. But I do think if Chargers get in, they can definitely scare somebody.
Yeah. What's his name? Herbert's no joke, dude. I think he's going to be like a top 5 quarterback here pretty soon. So
yeah,
we have a good future for quarterbacks, man. Him, Burrow, some of these dudes are just like
Murray.
Yeah. Kyler Murray, man. A little shaky recently, but I think he can turn that around,
Yeah. Nice. I mean, you can think about it Lamar really isn't that old.
No.
Mahomes isn't that old.
No, he's not. At all.
Allen isn't that old. These guys aren't old. And like you said, you got your love affair of Trey Lance.
Yeah, I do. I think he's going to be good. Not a Niners fan, but I like Trey Lance. We'll see, bro. Also, before we sign off, RIP to John Madden, one of the greatest coaches ever.
Yes, sir.
That's sad, bro.
When
I heard that, I was like,
and and can we talk about RIP to Betty White?
Dude, 2 weeks before she turned 100? Man, that is nuts, man. I don't know how she died, but everyone said she was in great spirits and she was so excited to celebrate her 100th.
She was 99 years old. That is a hell of a life. Just imagine the life that she lived.
Mm-hmm. 8 decades of TV.
You know what I mean? And having one of the most iconic TV shows ever.
Mm-hmm.
In Golden Girls, right?
Racial barriers too, man. She'd have black people on her shows and stuff like that, and they tell her, we're gonna cancel you and she'd just say, deal with it, she was a badass. So
shout out to both of them.